Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Adam here, also known as Varath. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. We have a ton of brand new Pokemon news and information that we are going to be breaking down and covering within this video. We got brand new looks at gym leaders, your brand new rival. We got new Pokemon that we got to see within the Galar region, and as well the new phenomenon called Dynamaxing within Pokemon Sword and Shield. So guys, if you guys are all truly excited to hear about this news, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard about it, I'm going to be covering the news and as well giving my thoughts and information on what I truly think about this. But before we continue with the video, guys, I want to make sure that you guys go ahead, hit that like button, comment down below what was your favorite bit of news that you saw within this video today, and make sure to hit that sub button. So let's first kick off this brand new Pokemon Direct by just talking about all the brand new Pokemon that we did get to see within the Pokemon Direct. We got to see 5 brand new Pokemon plus 2 legendaries from the Galar region, which gives us a total of 7 brand new Pokemon, each with their own unique characteristics and stats that they will be showing off. A lot of this information that I'm also getting is from Pokemon.com for Sword and Shield. You guys can also go there as well. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to check out the Pokemon descriptions for each and every Pokemon. So the first Pokemon we did get to see within the Galar region is called GOSSIFLEUR. It is a flowering Pokemon that is a grass type and has the height of 1 foot 4 inches, which is pretty small for a lot of Pokemon, and weighs 4.9 pounds. Again, I'm getting all this information off of the official Pokemon website, so if you guys want to check it out for yourselves, you guys can definitely do that. It has the ability called Cotton Down and Regenerator. Something that has been wanted by a lot of Pokemon fans is abilities to return. We did miss that in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but it is confirmed that Pokemon will be getting their abilities back again, so that's really awesome. Moving on to GOSSIFLEUR, it has this nice little description for us. GOSSIFLEUR prefers lands with clean water and air, and its pollen has a healing effect. Its pollen works on people too, and it is used to be a common folk medicine remedy for children of the Galar region to be given a tea made by this pollen when they feel ill, which is really awesome. It moves with the wind. GOSSIFLEUR travels over long distances by getting down along by the wind. It controls the direction of its travels by twisting its bodies and petals. That's pretty cool. That's really awesome. I don't really see myself using GOSSIFLEUR a lot, which is nice. I think it's a really cute Pokemon nonetheless though, and I think it's going to be very cool and a very early game Pokemon for a lot of us trainers to see within the grass. So that's going to be really awesome. Next up on the list, we have a brand new Pokemon, which is the evolution of GOSSIFLEUR, which is ELDEGOSS. ELDEGOSS is a cotton bloom Pokemon, and I'm assuming that it's going to be getting a 3rd evolution that's going to definitely sprout out, because this is a flower type Pokemon and is blooming into a bigger, more better Pokemon. Pokemon such as Roserade or Roselia gets the exact same thing, so this could definitely be the same thing here. But nonetheless, it still keeps its grass type nature and as well gets a little bit of height and a little bit of weight. The abilities do not change for this Pokemon, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Its cotton fluff protects it from its enemies. When GOSSIFLEUR evolves into ELDEGOSS, its head becomes covered in thick cotton fluff. This cotton fluff serves as a cushion, helping to protect ELDEGOSS' head from damage. The tiny seeds attached to cotton fluff are said to be highly nutritious and beneficial to both people and Pokemon. ELDEGOSS spreads these seeds throughout the region by sending them on winds, making the soil of the Galar region rich in nutrients. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it has a really nice lore. And this is a Pokemon that definitely likes to help a lot of people and as well help the environment around it. So it makes sure that the Galar region is thriving. It's making sure that crops are growing and as well healing other people around us. So that's pretty awesome and neat to see from this Pokemon. Moving along, we have probably one of, if not the most cutest Pokemon I have seen within this entire region. Heck, within the entire Pokemon series, we have Wooloo, the sheep Pokemon. It is a cute, fluffy, adorable Pokemon, and it even gets the ability Fluffy or Runaway depending on what type of Wooloo you catch. It is a regular normal type and will definitely be used within this game. So its two descriptions are an extremely fluffy body. The white fur that covers their body grows throughout their lives, and it will fully grow back in 3 months even if a Wooloo has been completely shoved. The fur is used for clothing and carpets and the like, so other stuff. And it is very popular as a specialty product of the Galar region. Wooloo lives as a herd and mimics the actions of their trainer or herd leader. They dislike conflict, and if they need to escape from enemies, they will simply roll over. That is absolutely adorable. I actually cannot wait to see what Wooloo is in the game. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be a top competitive Pokemon. Nobody knows. Probably Liam knows, but still, it doesn't really matter. Wooloo just looks absolutely cute, and I would definitely love to see what this Pokemon can do within the Galar region. The next Pokemon we got is Corviknight. Corviknight is a Raven Pokemon that is a flying steel type. It is the height of 7'3", which is crazy because that is more than the height of regular humans in real life. It has the abilities of Pressure and Unnerve, which is really cool. So definitely would like to see how that's going to turn out with this Pokemon. It has two descriptions here as well. It is said that Corviknight is the strongest Pokemon living in the skies of the Galar region. It can often be seen fearlessly soaring through the air. Many say that any Pokemon foolish enough to challenge Corviknight are sent running with just sharp glares and cry from the fearsome Pokemon. Using a flying taxi to travel from town to town, Corviknight possesses superb flying skills and high intelligence. Because of this, many of them work for the company called Galar Taxi, helping transport people from town to town. So I think that's really awesome. I definitely would like to see that being utilized a lot more, because it would make it so that like a lot of trainers would have to use the taxi route rather than using fly to just fly out from anywhere. Of course, it does hinder the ability to just have yourself to be flying out from anywhere, but at the same time, I think it would be really cool because it allows more people to use more hub worlds or go to different cities more often than others. But I definitely could see the whole taxi system being in other places such as the wild area, which we will be able to talk about later within this video. So the next Pokemon that we have is DREDNAW. DREDNAW is a bite Pokemon that is 3-3 and is a water rock type, which is really awesome. It has the ability of Strong Jaw and Shell Armor, so it'll be very useful for those Pokemon who use a lot of bite moves, and for Shell Armor is for people who don't want to get crit very easily. So that's pretty awesome. It has two descriptions here: powerful jaws and muscles. The sharp, jagged fangs of the bite Pokemon DREDNAW are strong and sharp enough to bite through rock and iron. Though it has an extremely heavy rock shell, its well-developed muscles allow it to move quickly. So it can definitely be a not full-blown slow Pokemon. I definitely think it's going to be at least faster than a Komodo, because Komodo has one of the worst speed stats in any Pokemon, but it's definitely going to be really cool. Putting it onto its second description, putting a trainer's skill and morals to the test, DREDNAW is known to be extremely vicious, and it takes a skilled trainer to tame and handle this Pokemon. It seems that some trainers will release DREDNAW back into the wild once they discover they can't handle it. So that's actually a really interesting one. It definitely seems like DREDNAW will be a really strong Pokemon from the description. Of course, obviously these are Game Freak's descriptions, and therefore it doesn't mean that they're going to be great Pokemon, but it does have a really cool design. I definitely do like how it looks, It looks very awesome. I do like the fact that it has a really cool jaw. Our last two Pokemon are definitely very special Pokemon. We have our legendary Pokemon. We have been wondering what they were going to be looking like within the game ever since they announced it last year, I believe, where they showed off the logos for Pokemon Sword and Shield. We have Zacian and Zamazenta. These are the legendary Pokemon that will be featured in the packages of Pokemon Sword and Shield. They are shrouded in mystery and are even unknown to those who live in the Galar region. This isn't very often or uncommon for legendary Pokemon to be unknown. We've seen this within a lot of regions, but these guys seem to be almost fully unknown, which definitely raises the question of why are these Pokemon more hidden than other legendary Pokemon within the other various regions of Pokemon? We don't know yet, but it definitely raises some questions and eyebrows. So under Zacian, it says its shining blade can be cut through anything, which is crazy. Maybe it'll have an ability that'll allow it to cut through, like, protect, or maybe it'll have an ability to cut through like first impressions or fake out or whatever. Who knows? But that's just wild imaginations and wild thinking from me. And as well, Zamazenta has its underline as well. It says its gleaming shield can turn back any attack. So not just like deflect the attack, but it turns it back. Maybe it restrikes the attack back at the attacker. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna have an ability or an effect or a specific skill that allows it so that if I use an ability or a Pokemon attack to attack Zamazenta, it'll instantly send it right back to its opponents. Who knows? Under Zacian, it says Zacian's attack is so graceful that its movements can even captivate its opponents. It holds what appears to be a sword in its mouth. So it looks pretty cool. I really like the fact that it has like these kind of wings on the back, and it definitely has this like really nice crown, but it's kind of weird that he's holding his sword within his mouth. A lot of people have been asking like, oh, how does he eat if he has a sword in his mouth? Which really isn't a huge thing because this is Pokemon. It's overthinking, I guess. It's more like anime talk, but even then we've never really seen a legendary Pokemon eat anything, so that's kind of interesting and weird for people to be asking, but still, same time, it's a great question. I like it. And under Zamazenta, we also have a small little description. Zamazenta's regal and majestic movements overwhelm any opponent that dares to face it. Its body is covered in what seems to be a shield. So it's definitely just generic kind of descriptions. I definitely like Zamazenta's design a lot. The way that the shield looks and how the shield is a part of its body and not just a thing that it's holding looks really cool. It still has that kind of crown like thing, I guess, but his is a little bit more smaller, unlike Zacian's. I definitely like the color palettes for both the Pokemon. They look absolutely cool and really amazing. And the trailer definitely kind of shows that these two Pokemon are more in terms working together rather than fighting like all or a lot other legendary Pokemon where we've seen Dialga and Palkia fight, Zekrom and Reshiram fight, and so on and so forth. So I definitely want to see what their role is within this game and what is going to be happening with these two Pokemon within the later bits of the series. So it's definitely going to be really cool, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for us. So now that we've gone through all the Pokemon, let's talk about some of the newer characters that are going to be within and shown for the Galar region that we saw within today's Direct. We've got Professor Magnolia, who's going to be the new professor that will probably and most likely be giving us our new Pokemon that we'll be starting with. You can choose between Scorbunny, Squabble, or Grookey, which is pretty obvious. Professor Magnolia definitely seems like an older type person, so she needs an assistant like great assistants and great professors do have. We have her granddaughter, which is Sonia. Sonia looks absolutely amazing. I love the way that her character looks and her design is. It looks very good, very well done, very nicely and polished. So that's great. The next person that we have on this list is the champion of the Galar region, Leon. He looks absolutely amazing, and I love his design, the way that his cape is, and it just looks great. Apparently he is loved and admired by the crowd and people around him, which is really good because by the time I get to him and I smoke him, everybody gonna be loving me as the new champion, so it's gonna be really cool. Next up, we have our rival Hop. Hop is going to be someone who is going to be traveling around with us a lot and is going to be battling with us a lot. Now, something that they did mention in the Pokemon Direct is that Hop is going to be one of our rivals. We don't know how many rivals we're going to be getting, but it definitely sounds like it's going to be something from a Gen 5 type thing, where in Gen 5 we had 2 rivals and not just one, so this could definitely still be the exact same thing within the Galar region. Finally, the last person that we did get to see through in this Nintendo Direct is Milo. This is the grass type gym leader who is one of 8 gym leaders within the Galar region. He is definitely going to be one of the few people that we have to defeat so that we can go challenge the Pokemon Master in the Pokemon League. With brand new Pokemon, brand new rivals and friends, there definitely is going to be brand new mechanics and areas that only specific things can happen within there. So within the Galar region, there's going to be a new place called the Wild Area, where we can basically go around and explore what the wild area is within the Galar region. We're not 100% sure on how big this place is, but we do have confirmation that we will be able to turn the camera within the wild area. This allows us to find different things, make sure that we can see everything from a full-blown 360 view. No more locked camera, no more camera moving for us. We, the trainers, get to see everything that we want to, turn the camera the way we want to, and maybe even encounter people that we didn't see that were on the camera, which is absolutely awesome. Something else that is also within the wild area is the fact that we will be able to see other trainers within the wild area. Nintendo didn't fully touch upon how that is exactly going to work, nor did they specify the details on seeing other trainers, but we do know that we will be able to see other trainers, and when we do get to see other trainers, we will also be getting to see brand new stuff called Dynamaxing. It's a phenomenon where we can see these giant Pokemon that are in the area, and 4 people can go up to it and pretty much try to catch a giant Pokemon. Once we catch that giant Pokemon, it makes it so that it allows us to catch that Pokemon almost anywhere within the wild area. We're not 100% sure how this works, but it's definitely going to be a thing. As well, Dynamaxing is not exclusive to Pokemon within the wild. We, the trainers, will be able to go ahead and catch wild Pokemon and as well use their abilities to Dynamax as well. Dynamaxing is a phenomenon where we can bring smaller Pokemon and make them much bigger and much more powerful within these games, but Dynamaxing only lasts for up to 3 turns before they turn back to normal, which is a really cool thing to see. The last bit of news that we have is for people who want to pick up not 1 copy of the game, but 2 different copies of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. There is a special offer going around right now that allows you to get a double pack that allows you to pick up both copies of the game at once. It still costs the exact same price to pick up for both copies. There is no sort of deal with it, but it does come with a steelbook case, which we got to see from the European side of the game. We're not 100% sure if it is exclusive to Europe. We're really hoping that it really isn't, and we'd like to see what other things they have to offer with this double. But that's all the brand new news and information that we do have for you guys today for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're excited about for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and tell me, with the question of the day, who is going to be your starter for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Remember guys, if you did like the video, make sure you guys give a thumbs up. You already know what to do if you didn't like it, and subscribe for more Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Shield content on this channel. My name is Adam, also known as Raph, and I'll see you guys within the next video. Peace out.